Hi guys, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. I'm here. We're gonna be doing this other video real quick. I want to tune in guys. Tune in. Tune in guys, tune in guys, tune in guys. Let us do our other video about students struggle in America that nobody talks about, and people should know this even as you plan to come or send your child here in America to come with student visa. So welcome to this channel. Share this with all the parents out there and people that needs to know this, even if you're not a parent and you are planning to come here with a student visa. Let me tell you one thing about student visa. It is one of the visas that has highest chances of getting at the embassy. Why? Because they know when you come here as a student, they are gaining from you because you're gonna be paying for the fee, school fees. All right, student visa is also one of the most expensive way of being in America. Why? Because international students, they pay a lot of dollars to maintain themselves here in America. That being said, the fact that they have to pay a lot of dollars to go to school, whereby you're supposed or you're expected to stay in school. You are expected to stay in school your entire stay in America. For example, if you are here to do a course that is 3 years, you're supposed to be in school, a full-time student, no working because you don't have a work permit, but they can give you some job at school which gonna go into your wallet, but that is not even a quarter of the fee that you require. When you go to school here as an immigrant, a green card or a citizen immigrant, of course, you will find it very easier than someone who came from another country to America to undergo the school system. Whether you wanna do that to upgrade your learning or you wanna do that as a way, you know. So, something parents don't know. They send their kids here, very young kids that are 18, and sometimes they send them to their relatives, sometimes they send them to the school not knowing what they are exposing their kids to. It is not a bad thing to look for that opportunity for someone to go to diaspora with education. But did you know how much struggle they go through? Did you know for them to survive here, someone who is a student, they are in their 20s or they are 18, 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 or 24, they are still young. You set them here to come with education, or they set themselves here to come with education, but the life that they gonna have here is totally different with what a person might expect or might think about. When a student comes here, they're supposed to be in class full time. So they don't have any day hours to go to hustle. So what happens is that they also need somewhere to be living. They need a house, a shelter where they can be going back to after school. They also need means to take them from their house to school every single day. They need to eat, and the weather here changes. Sometimes they cannot even be able to walk if their school is very far. So these are some of the struggles that they go through, especially during the winter. I have seen students walking in the winter. Walking. I said walking at a freezing point. Why? Because some states like Kansas, they don't have reliable buses. The bus line is not something that you can rely with in Kansas. Why? Because it's not convenient. It's something that's gonna come after 2 hours, after 3 hours. So in a day, maybe you're gonna have like 3-4 buses. So if you miss this one, you're gonna wait for more hours. So what happens is that they either walk or they are trying to use Uber, which is very expensive, and they don't even have the money. Why don't they have time to work? Because first of all, they're not allowed to work. So if they have to work, it's gonna be under the table. Secondly, they have a lot of bills here, a lot of bills. Why? Because they need to pay where they stay. Maybe a room is for 700 or 1,000. They're gonna look for another roommate to share, and they have utility bills and all that. So the math is not mathing. The math doesn't math at all. Yeah, thank you, Anjiko. So the math doesn't math at all, and they become very frustrated. Remember, these are very young people, and young people, sometimes the way we raise them as if they can get anything they want through their parents. Now you set them here to be on their own. Some of these students, they become very frustrated such that they even start doing drugs. You heard me. They even start using drugs. And that is why I tell people, before you judge someone, just walk with them, just listen to them, and get to know what really caused that. What is the thing behind it? Because nobody just wakes up one day and says, you know what, in the morning I'm gonna have marijuana. In the morning I'm gonna have marijuana with tea. That is not something that is edible or something that is supposed to be on the menu. This is something they are doing because they are being pushed, or they're being pressurized by something. So most of these students start doing drugs. They start becoming drunkards because the only jobs they can work is under the table, and under the table maybe it's available during the day. At night is the only time they have time because they have a full schedule during the day for school. And what happens if you don't go to school? You will be deported. They will start looking for you. The minute they mark you absent for 2-3 days, weeks, 2 weeks, they're gonna now report you. They're gonna report you to the immigration as a missing person, or you violated your status. And now they're gonna start looking for you. So they struggle so much. Some of them, because they're only available during the night, they're gonna be in school during the day, and then at night they will go working wherever they get a job. Tell me, what kind of a human being has ever been able to survive being committed during the day and working at night? Who are they gonna become? Is it even doable? They become exhausted, they become frustrated, and they start doing drugs. Some of them will even become homeless. Why? Because wherever they were renting a house, they were not able to sustain the rent. What happened next? They were kicked out. So you back home, you think that your child is doing very well here, but something you don't know is that they are going hell. You sent your child to come here to go to school, but they might end up becoming something very terrible. They might come back to you being a totally different child than the one you sent here in America. Before you send a child here to come to school, ask yourself if you are able to cater for them like fully. If you cannot be able to pay rent for your child, if you cannot be able to set them money for upkeep, if you cannot be able to set them money to buy a car, to be able to transport themselves from school to home to school, please, 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 don't expose them to that life. It is a horrible life. I have seen it here. I have seen students here struggling. I have tried to talk to some, like, why do you want to become an addict? Why can't you like try some other things, even if it means blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to put it here, but there is always a way out. Another thing, never ever said you're a student here simply because you have a relative. Thinking that the relative will take the full responsibility for your student or for you as a student. It's a lie. Why is it a lie? You need to go to school. The relative is supposed to take you to school and pick you up from school. You need to eat and drink. The relative is supposed to provide for that. You need the fee. Let me tell you, international student fee is very high. Very high, and I said high. Sometimes these students are looking to work at night, hustle at night, so that they can pay the fee. And how much is the fee? It's so much money. Sometimes you fight them like for one term, one semester is over 5,000 US dollars. What do you expect? Imagine even me, and I'm not going to school, sustaining my life here in America, like pay the house, pay utilities, buy food and gas my car and insurance and all that. I need to get at least 4,000. And I can tell you for sure it is a hassle. You have to really work hard. If they're gonna have a car here, the car needs insurance. And students' insurance is very expensive, something people don't know. Why? The younger you are, the more money you pay for insurance. Why? Because they believe you are more likely to cause an accident or to get involved in an accident. So students end up being very frustrated and they start doing other things that they did not mean to. Not because they are bad people. No, you might judge them harshly, but let me tell you, in a foreign land, without help, where you need a house and you don't have one, where you need a car, where you need some warmth during the winter, and you're supposed to walk to the bus stop and go back from the bus stop to your house, walking and freezing, it might be very frustrating. It might make you feel like you are not a human being, you know. But people back home, relatives and that, oh, I did a mulimo. She's now in America. She's now in the UK. Oh, she's studying abroad. She has got money. They don't have money. They don't even have money to sustain themselves. So stop pressurizing these people. Stop acting like they need to send you anything. You need to send them something. If you ever feel like so and so went to America to pursue education or as a student, please support those people. Parents, if you cannot be able to support your child to come here with education, or if you don't have connections, please don't. Because the education visa is very strict and you have to stay the way you stated. You have to stay, you have to abide with the rules. But there is a way out. There is a way out. The best way to do it, if you ever get, or if you ever think about coming here with student visa, or if you would want your child to come here with student visa, I have always told you, have something you do. Have some activity you are very good at and you can come here, or you can show them and apply for sponsorship. Some people have gotten full sponsorship for student visa. The good thing about after you complete your course here in America, as a student, they give you 1 year to work. They will give you 1 year to work. Okay? So within 1 year, you can do so many things. So if you come here with to do a certain course and you are very lucky to have sponsorship, please stay in school. Stay in school and complete that, because at the end of the course, at the end of the day, you haven't paid nothing for your course, and also at the end of the year, you have a 4th year, you'll be able to work 1 full year. They will let you work 1 full year. In 1 year, you can do so many things. You can support your people back home if you want. But please, if you don't have any activity that you do, have one that you do. Start doing volleyball, soccer, all those, and they can give you a scholarship, a full scholarship, if you can be able to help them with activities or competition for that school. How is it easy to apply for schools in America? It is very easy. You just go to, for example, say you want to come here and do a doctorate degree doctorate degree for what? Nursing. If you want to come here and do a doctorate degree for nursing, by the way, that can be done even with parents, because you can come here with your child to pursue education. You can come here with your spouse to pursue education. It is allowed, it is legal. Okay? You are allowed to bring your family for emotional support, but the wife or the man is not allowed to work, but they can stay with you here as you pursue education. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So now, student visa is very easy to apply. Just let's say you are here applying for doctorate degree in nursing. All you need to do, identify the state that you want to go to. Then go to Google. Mr. Google and Mrs. Google are always very generous with the information. And Google, let's for example say I want to go to the state of Texas. I will go to Google and look for the doctorate degree, nursing degree schools in Texas, and they will line up there. The good thing about American system, you can be able to go on their website directly and be able to call them or email them. I would rather email them, because if you call them, they might put you on hold if they are speaking with another person, and you're gonna waste a lot of money. So the best way to do it is to email them. The good thing about emails in America, they are responded regularly. So you might find that within one day, you are able to email every question and get a feedback on the same. So go to their website and email them with any question that you have, and they will direct you how to apply on their school. On the same website, they will also direct you how to apply for sponsorship. And some of these schools don't have application fee. If you want to know how or which schools don't have application fee, please go to Google the state that you want to go to and Google schools in America, universities in America without application fee for international students. That alone will take you to the schools that don't have application fee. All right, let me see the question over here. Essie, how can we support students who came home immediately after graduating? They didn't use their OPT or OPT or ever worked a job internship during and after school. The student has a full scholarship here or back home. Answer me, please. Rachel, I would want to know where. Now the student has come to hustle in, and there are no jobs which are low paying. They complained about racism and mistreatment from Americans. Someone rushed home. Let me tell you something. In this world, racism is not just in America. I'm a social media person, if you know, and I might not be responding to every post that someone posts, like these social media personalities, but I go through the comments and I can tell you for sure, it is not just in America that you'll be discriminated. I have seen people being bullied by their own. So in this world, if you would want to survive, if you'd want to make it in this life, develop a thick skin. What can someone do? How much more can they do other than calling me black? Is it a lie? No, I'm black. If I call you white and you don't get agitated, you don't get angry, why would I feel angry because I am black? Let me give you a story. I don't know if it is okay to give it here. Like my video if you want the story. This is something that happened to me not too long ago. Like my video up to 20 likes so that I can give the story. Racism will be there. Discrimination will be there. Not just in America, but everywhere in the world. If you come to America and you feel like I want to run away from discrimination, think about us who have kids here who goes to those same school and they are black. Of course they are black because we are black. We born them black. Even if we're gonna go back again to birth them, we're gonna birth them as black so that there is no apology in being black. If you think you can run away from mean people instead of facing them, then you are a coward. This world is not for cowards. Let me tell you the truth. I have seen people coming here in my own channel to come and be very mean, be very rude. But should I close my YouTube channel because of those people? No. Whether you're in America, you're in Asia, you're in Canada, you are everywhere, you're supposed to feel proud of your color. You're supposed to know that these people are being racist because they feel intimidated by me. They know I'm superior. Otherwise, they cannot attack me. People always attack what is above them. That is one thing people don't know. But you, on the other hand, you interpret that as they are seeing you as inferior. No, nobody will fight something that is under them. Nobody will ever fight something that is beneath them. People fight what is above them. So instead of you running away, you should be able to understand that this person is seeing me as a threat. This person can only see through, because God makes them see through. God, when you present, or whenever a black person or any other person who is being opposed, the reason as to why they are being opposed is because the minute they stood there, the other person who is very envious and jealous, they saw a very big person. They saw a very beautiful skin. A skin that they would want to get, but they can't. A skin that doesn't crack. What do? Since they cannot reach it, they're gonna bully it. They're gonna start fighting, because they are fighting that person in order to feel the power. They are trying to get the power by fighting, but you will never ever be powerful by fighting the powerful people. You can only join the powerful people to feel the power or to share in the power. Like my video, guys. So back to your question about racism. You should feel you are interpreting this the wrong way. Whenever a person becomes or throws racism or racist words to you, just know that they saw a bigger person. They are feeling intimidated by the power they can see in you, the beauty they can see in you. Stop seeing it as simply because you are black, you feel like you are ugly. Why do people feel ugly? Because they are black. Black is beautiful. And you should never ever interpret it as that person did that because I'm ugly, or they believe that because I'm black, I'm not supposed to have this and that. No, they saw a threat. They saw a threat. Let us get to 20 likes so that I can give my story. Whenever you go anywhere, Asia, Canada, Australia, America, wherever, UK, anywhere, Europe, never ever think the other color is discriminating you simply because you are a small thing. Just interpret it that they can only feel the power that I carry, and never ever have zero confidence. If possible, just borrow even your neighbor's confidence when you are flying out of your country, because you are not going there for them to like you. You are going there to pursue your dreams. I would never ever run away because someone told me or discriminated me at my place of work. Let me give you my story. Guys, like my video so that I can give this story. This story is very hot. After graduating with an American degree, someone comes home months after graduation, after having a full scholarship at a top university, and Kenyans are laughing at them for returning home. There is no point of you coming to America to advance your education and right away you go back home. You did not even do the internship. You did not even utilize the 1 year that they're gonna give you to work, at least give back the money to your parents. At least pay them the money that they schooled you with. You know, and if you can take another course, let's say you just keep yourself in school, there are other ways of surviving. There are so many ways of surviving. The more you live in America, the more you know the right ways of surviving against the cat. I hope you get it. So, here is the thing. Like my video. Who unliked my video? Because there was 15 people. Like my video, guys, so that I can give you my story of I don't care, by the way. I'm not that person who feels the heat about discrimination, or someone feels like they are I just take it like they felt I'm superior to them. So here is my story, guys. Like my video. I went to, and I'm giving this story in line with the discrimination and racism or whatever. I was working at a certain job. I had taken that job as my side hustle. I used to go there during the weekends. So I had taken that job to do it for like 5 months or 4 months, and then I drop it because I don't work over the weekend, because I can only work over the weekend if I need to boost my finances. Okay, so this job, the lead, we call them the lead, the person who kind of like organizes or manages the caregivers. It was a caregiver job. Okay, so this lady who was white, she is white, and the minute I got there, she's still the same person who endorsed me to start working there. and she told the owners, like the clients' guardians. She told them, oh, she's a very nice lady, she's so loving, she's all that and that, which was true. It was true. But as we moved on, I realized that I cannot keep a close relationship with this lady because there are some things that were going on that were not in line with the guidelines of being a caregiver. I like being professional because I have gone through the skills, the education and the courses that I'm supposed to do to become a caregiver. And being a caregiver in America is a very hectic or critical job because it can make you to never ever work again with people. And it can give you a very bad felony if you break the rules. So if anything, I always try to protect myself to never ever lose the license for working with people. So when I was to travel to Europe, that is a month ago or 2 months ago, I was in Europe when? March. It's like 2 months ago. When I was traveling to Europe, this is someone who would travel somewhere and I would cover her hours. And when I was traveling, I thought she would cover mine as well. Remember, she's the lead. She's like the supervisor. And when I told her, I requested her to exchange my days that I would be absent. I can work hers ahead of time and then she can cover mine when I'm gone. She didn't want, and it wasn't a problem with me. I was like, okay, you guys then can split the hours. I don't care. Just know that I won't be there. And she asked me, by the way, where are you going? And I told her, this is actually more of a jealous worker, more than a racism. And I told her I'm gonna be flying out to Europe and then we're gonna go visit Spain when we are in Europe. And then she was like, with your kids? And I'm like, yeah. And then her face changed. So she knows I'm a single person and she knows I have 3 kids. But since that day, she never ever looked at me again the same way. She felt so much, she kind of like, she did not believe I can finance my trip to Europe with 3 kids all by myself and then to Spain. And me being an open person to a worker, a colleague that we share things, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. But imagine, she started becoming mean. She started changing her attitude because I gave the notice ahead, like 2 weeks ahead, so that they can look for coverage. She started having an attitude. She started not talking to me. She started now doing things that I no longer understand. And guess what? She is the supervisor. She called the family of the client and she said something that I don't know as of even today. I don't know because I don't want to know. I'm that type of a person who doesn't pick battles of people who are beneath me. If ever you feel intimidated by my success, that means you would want to be where I am, but instead of you asking me the means that I use to be where I am, how I'm being able to finance a trip to Europe with all my kids and as a single parent, you are now feeling jealous and you go say things that I don't want to know. I even actually told the family, I don't want to know what she said, but one thing for sure, the truth, there is something called truth. Even if you live 120 years and you lied about something, the truth will one day come to the light. So I never questioned nothing and I never went back to that job. And I told, because I could see when I was in my vacation, I could see the family members texting me, oh, I want us to talk, I want us to discuss something. And I'm like, I don't even have phone service. I don't have no phone service in London because my phone cannot even be active in London. And you are here, they are texting me. I'm like, I'm in vacation. I told everybody I was going to a vacation. Why would I be bothered when I'm in vacation? First of all, that is a disrespect. So I was addressing the racism thing. Do you think I would now view all white people as racist? Do you think that is how I would view them from that moment going forward? Because of one person who felt inferior, who felt like this woman, a black woman, an immigrant who has only been here for 10 years, she's able to finance a trip with 3 kids, not one, 3, to London and Spain and bleach aje. What is bleaching? And she's able to finance her trip to London. And another thing, whenever you are working somewhere, nilijichuna hivi. Whenever you be working somewhere, no matter how transparent you wanna be, please don't say all your things. The reason as to why I told her where I'm going is because whenever she would go somewhere, she would tell me, this weekend I'm not there, can you cover my hours? And I would step up. Or even weekdays, I would step up. This is someone that I had really helped when she fell sick to hold her hours. I would work 60 hours a week and I'm doing the cleaning job during the day. I was walking like a zombie and eventually that is what I got. But do I feel intimidated? Do I even feel bad? No, I don't. No, that is not my spirit. My spirit is that we have to remain our heads high wherever we go. If you believe you serve a mighty God, you should walk with that mightiness in you. Not in a bad way, not to dismiss people, not to disrespect them, but because wherever you go, you should display the power of God. Stop running away from people or from a country because they are racist. So what? If I can go to work, be able to work without communicating with anybody, I do not have to communicate with workers. I do not have to communicate with my colleagues. Why? Because I was not hired to communicate with them. I was hired to do the job. If only I have to speak with them or to communicate with them, it has to be related to work. Keep your workplace as a workplace. Stop thinking that you have to have any relationship with co-workers. That is the best way to handle it here in America. If you ever get hired somewhere, stop making friendships at work. Nobody can be a friend and also a colleague. A colleague is a colleague, period. If you want to make friends, go make them outside work and you will have your peace. You won't have nobody to tell you what so-and-so said about the racist words they used against you. You don't need to know that. Anything that is not making you a better person should not be important to you. Why would you want to know what so-and-so said, what the words they used at work? You just go to work. I'm trying to get a hair out of me, but it's fine. You just go to work to make money and go back home. Period. Period. Nothing else. So, coming here with school and then graduating and not waiting for 1 year simply because you think the Americans are racist or someone was racist at your school, and I know it is true. There are so many people who are racist here. Students have been bullied in school here in America, even the Americans here, because Americans are also black. They are not just the white people. They are black and white. Some black student will be bullied there. Also some white student will be bullied. And this is what I tell my kids. I cannot homeschool you. And if I want, I can. But I'm not gonna homeschool you. Why? Because I can homeschool you, but I don't have a world of myself that after you get through with your education, I can now send you to my world where there is nobody else. I am supposed to equip you to know how to fight for yourself. I will not be with you forever. When you grow up and you cannot be able to fight battles, it becomes very, very dangerous to you. For example, imagine a whole person who has already graduated university running away from privileges, from opportunities, simply because 2 or 3 people bullied them. People need to understand that you are in this world to fight to live. Fight for the opportunities that the world is offering you, whether people like it or not. Be very proud of your color. Be very proud of who you are. First of all, the enemy knows that you are more qualified than them. Not because you are so much superior than anybody, but because they can already see it. That is why they are bullying you. Nobody will ever be bothered. For example, let me give you an example, a very good example. If you are walking down the street and you meet with two people, the first person is carrying a nail cutter, cutting their nails as they walk. The second person is carrying a gun. Who would you be afraid about? Who would you be afraid about or concerned about? Of course, the person who is carrying the gun. Why? Because they can kill you. Because you see they are aiming, or the reason as to why you did not focus with the person with the nail cutter is because there was nothing communicated. So the person carrying a gun communicated. That is a whole communication. Even if they are quiet, it is a whole communication. You'll be wondering, what if they do this? What if they do this? This is the same way people who are racist see you. They don't see you. They see you as a threat. That's why they are concerned. Be proud of that. Take that and just empower yourself with it. Just know that you are a walking statement. Just know that this is something or someone who knows for sure I am above them. That's why they are fighting. That's why they are fighting me. Never ever go back or feel if I go to America and I'm black, what will I do? Do I bleach to look like them? Why would you look like them? Why? They are not trying to look like you. Why would you look like them? Why don't you be very proud of who you are and who God created? If you at all dwell with who God created, you will never ever feel any intimidation, even if it will be thrown to you by who or who. Let me read those comments. Hi, as you are doing such a great job, realistic and then insights about life in America and what did you expect, great woman you are, and great job, good job. Koimoreti, thank you so much. What the jealousy in there? Oh yeah. Is the camera positioned in a way that there is too much light? No, I'm using a light. I have a light because I'm in the garage. It's dark here. I will never bleach. For who? To be what? Yeah. So guys, that was all about the student visa. Please like my video and share it, and thank you so much. Keep subscribing, and I will see you tomorrow on tomorrow's live. No, tomorrow I have a very busy day. I will see you on Thursday. And comment about my makeup. I did my makeup. I'm learning how to do makeup, and I will continue until I perfect. Alright guys, before you leave, like my video. It was pleasure seeing you here. God bless you. See you next time.